Draymond Green didn't have any time on the clock, and he's...
Boom! That close out to me like I'm Steph Curry. Come on, close it, close it, close it. Close it, Big Al.
Draymond Green just spent an entire game trolling LeBron James and possibly injuring Austin Reaves with a dirty play at the halftime buzzer. And then, his Warriors lost anyway. Lakers fans are absolutely losing it online, calling for suspensions and roasting Draymond for talking trash while his team is struggling in the standings. The Warriors traded away Jonathan Kuminga and still can't win, but Draymond found time to kiss LeBron's shoulder and yell about Steph Curry. Let's break down why Lakers Nation wants Draymond's head on a platter.
Offensive foul this way as Moody shoved down Reaves. Draymond Green and Kleber pushing and shoving.
Before we get into this mess, drop a comment and tell me, is Draymond Green just a competitive trash talker, or is he actually a dirty player who gets away with way too much? Alright, so the Lakers took on the Warriors on February 7th, and this was supposed to be a national, marquee game on ABC. Except, the schedule makers didn't account for the fact that both teams would be missing key players, and the Warriors would be absolutely terrible this season. Luka Doncic was out with another soft tissue injury, and Steph Curry missed his third straight game with runner's knee, which sounds like something you make up when you don't want to go to work.
We have breaking news. Let's dispense with the pleasantries, Shams. What do you got?
Deloitte, sources tell me the Warriors have traded Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield for a new center, Kristaps Porzingis from the Atlanta Hawks. So after 4+ seasons in the Bay, after being a lottery pick with the Warriors, they have traded away Jonathan Kuminga.
And the Warriors also just traded away Jonathan Kuminga at the deadline for Kristaps Porzingis, who wasn't playing either. So basically, this was the scrap heap Warriors featuring Mr. Triple Single himself, Draymond Green, who lit it up to the tune of 9 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Absolutely dominant performance there, Draymond. But Green was doing what he does best these days, which is flirting with LeBron James instead of actually playing winning basketball. Early in the game, Draymond hit a three-pointer and immediately started yelling at LeBron to close out to me like I'm Steph Curry. He was screaming, "Close it, close it, close it," like he's some elite shooter that defenses need to fear.
Boom! You're better off when you know you have to shoot it. Draymond Green didn't have any time on the clock, and he's...
That close out to me like I'm Steph Curry.
Except, here's the thing, Draymond. Nobody is closing out on you like you're Steph Curry because you're not Steph Curry. You're a career 32% three-point shooter who defenders literally beg to shoot because that's the best possible outcome for the defense. LeBron probably should have been thanking Draymond for taking that shot instead of passing to someone who can actually score. And this three-pointer that Draymond was so proud of, it came with 10 minutes left in the third quarter, and it was his first field goal of the entire night. His first made basket, and he's out here acting like he just hit a game winner in the finals. The audacity is absolutely stunning. But it gets weirder. After making that shot and yelling about Steph Curry, Draymond ran by LeBron and appeared to kiss him on the shoulder. Yeah, you read that right. Draymond kissed LeBron's shoulder. And LeBron looked like he was kind of into it, which is its own whole situation that we probably don't need to unpack right now. This is the same Draymond Green who spent years being LeBron's most prominent agitator when they were playing in those Warriors-Cavs finals. He talked endless trash, he got in LeBron's face, he did everything possible to get under his skin. And now he's gone from that to being a shameless bootlicker and jock sniffer when it comes to LeBron. Andre Iguodala actually made a gesture a few seasons back when Draymond called LeBron over for a chat during a game. Iggy basically made it clear what he thought Draymond was doing, and I'll let you use your imagination about what that gesture implied. But the point is, even Draymond's own teammates recognize how weird this relationship has become. After the game, despite losing, Draymond was all smiles because he got a nice long embrace with LeBron. There was actually speculation before the trade deadline that maybe Draymond would end up in LA with LeBron, the two star-crossed lovers reuniting on the Lakers. But it didn't happen, so Draymond had to settle for shoulder kisses and post-game hugs instead of actually being teammates.
Right, and so that's obviously an extra thing that should be reviewed. But even in that moment, you step away. So now, you have Kleber wants to check on his player, wants to help him up, look at him, and it's just like, come on.
Now let's talk about what really has Lakers fans absolutely furious: the Austin Reaves incident. Right at the halftime buzzer, there was significant contact between Draymond and Austin Reaves. Draymond got a technical foul for whatever happened in that sequence, and Reaves, who had just recently returned from a month-long calf strain, was seen limping and grimacing after the play.
Draymond Green and Kleba pushing and shoving. Kleba going over because Reaves got knocked down to stand over his man.
And Draymond Green needs to give him space.
Lakers fans immediately took to social media blasting Draymond for targeting Reaves' lower body. This is a player who was already working back from a soft tissue injury, and here's Draymond getting physical with him in a way that looked intentional. The timing is suspicious. The fact that Reaves was clearly bothered by it is concerning, and the fact that it's Draymond Green, who has a long history of dirty plays, makes it impossible to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hashtags like #DirtyDraymond started trending. Clips of the technical foul went viral, with fans calling for league review and possible suspension. Reddit's Lakers subreddit had massive threads criticizing Draymond for trying to act like a tough guy while his team is struggling and going nowhere this season. Lakers Nation blogs and commentators were focused on how Austin Reaves played through the contact and still finished with 16 points in the Lakers' win. And that's the beautiful irony of this whole situation. Draymond spent the entire game trolling LeBron, possibly injured Austin Reaves with a dirty play, and then his Warriors lost anyway. The final score was 105-99 Lakers. All that trash talk, all that physicality, all that Steph Curry nonsense, and the Warriors still couldn't win the game. LeBron finished with 20 points and 10 assists. Austin Reaves, the guy Draymond tried to injure, hit the technical free throw to start the third quarter and finished with 16 points. And Draymond? 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Completely irrelevant statistically while running his mouth the entire game. The Warriors are struggling badly this season. They traded away Kuminga, who was one of their few young assets with real upside. Steph is missing games with injuries. The team is going nowhere. And here's Draymond acting like they're still the championship Warriors instead of a rebuilding team that can't even beat a Lakers squad that's not exactly lighting the world on fire either. Lakers fans are rightfully pointing out that Draymond loves to talk trash when he's got the greatest shooter of all time on his team, making his life easy. But now that the Warriors are mediocre and Steph is aging and injured, Draymond's limitations are completely exposed. He can't score, he can't shoot, and apparently he can't even help his team win games against the Lakers anymore. The Phil Jackson chair comments that Draymond has been making about LeBron sitting on the bench are another example of this. Draymond has been calling LeBron's bench presence a Phil Jackson chair, as a reference to the custom elevated chair the legendary coach used. It's supposed to be a joke about LeBron coaching from the sideline or something. Except it's not funny when your team is losing and LeBron is still producing at an elite level at 40 years old, while Draymond is putting up 9 points and acting like he's carrying the Warriors. The trash talk doesn't land the same way when you're on the losing end and your statistics look like a role player's. What really gets Lakers fans heated is the double standard Draymond operates under. Any other player with his history of dirty plays would face constant scrutiny and probably multiple suspensions. But Draymond gets a free pass because he won championships and because he's good at talking on podcasts. He can kick guys in sensitive areas, he can poke eyes, he can get overly physical with players recovering from injuries, and the league just shrugs. The Austin Reaves play is a perfect example. If that was a random role player making that kind of contact with Reaves at the buzzer, there would be calls for review and discipline. But because it's Draymond, it's just competitive basketball, or playoff intensity, even though this is a regular season game in February that the Warriors lost. Lakers fans on Twitter were absolutely roasting Draymond after the game, pointing out that he talked all that trash and still lost, highlighting how Austin Reaves played through the injury and contributed to the win, making fun of Draymond for yelling about Steph Curry when everyone knows he's nowhere near that level as a shooter. The receipts were everywhere. The embrace with LeBron after the game also didn't sit well with a lot of Lakers fans. Here's a guy who just spent the entire game trying to agitate your team and possibly injured one of your key players, and LeBron is out here hugging him like they're best friends. Some fans want LeBron to have a bit more edge when it comes to guys who are targeting his teammates. But that's the weird dynamic between LeBron and Draymond. They're friends off the court. They respect each other. They've been through finals battles together. But on the court, Draymond is still doing his antics, and LeBron is mostly just tolerating it. Whether that's leadership or just LeBron being too friendly with opponents is up for debate among Lakers fans. The fact that there was trade speculation about Draymond joining the Lakers makes this even more complicated. Some Lakers fans actually wanted him before the deadline because of his defensive ability and championship experience. But after this game, those same fans are probably relieved the trade didn't happen. Who wants a guy on your team who puts up 9 points while running his mouth and making dirty plays?
The Warriors trading Kuminga for Porzingis is also relevant context here. They gave up a young player with upside for an injury-prone big man who wasn't even playing in this game. The Warriors' roster construction is a mess right now. They're trying to compete with an aging core while also kind of rebuilding, and it's not working. They're stuck in no man's land, and Draymond is a big part of why they're stuck. He's 35 years old, his offensive game has completely disappeared, and he's not the defensive force he used to be. But he's still acting like he's the Draymond from 2017 who was locking down players and facilitating at an elite level. The gap between his self-perception and his actual current ability is massive. Lakers fans are also pointing out the hypocrisy of Draymond criticizing other players when his own game has fallen off so dramatically. He's out here making fun of LeBron sitting on the bench when LeBron is still averaging 20 and 10 at age 40. Meanwhile, Draymond is averaging single digits in points and acting like he's carrying the Warriors. The whole situation just reinforces what Lakers fans have been saying for years. Draymond got away with too much for too long because he was on great teams. Now that the Warriors aren't dominant anymore, his antics look pathetic instead of confident. His trash talk falls flat when his team can't back it up with wins. So there you have it. Draymond Green spent an entire game trolling LeBron and injuring Austin Reaves, and then his Warriors lost anyway while he put up a whopping 9 points. Lakers fans are rightfully roasting him for talking trash while his team goes nowhere. If you think Draymond needs to be humbled or suspended for dirty plays, smash that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you're tired of Draymond getting away with this nonsense year after year.